Well, we're in Florida, and today we're going to talk about putting in curbs, and then at the end I'll give a little commentary. Now this is the curb on the other side that they're trying to match. Now what happened is they dug this all up for a new sewer pipe, so they had to match the one that's on the other side of the building. This is the stuff that they tore up. So that's what it looks like when they tear it up.
Hi, I'm Ryan Brown. I am the owner of R&J CURB DESIGNS. There's the number. If you need anything, let us know.
Okay, Brian, what do you call that tool?
What's that?
What do you call that tool?
This is just a mold trowel.
A mold trowel, okay. That's a good name for it. Now let me ask you, in the summertime, the real hot summer,
Yeah.
did that crack up on you?
No. We have different chemicals we can use to kind of slow it down in the summer for the heat.
Okay,
Deaccelerators and things like that.
all right.
You probably have a little less window. You got probably a 20-25 minute window before it gets a little hard to work with.
Right. And how many jobs do you do a day here?
It depends on the size.
Yeah.
And the distance, because we service a pretty broad area. But we usually try to shoot for like 200 feet a day.
Okay.
It's pretty normal.
And do you charge by the foot? Is that how you do it?
For most jobs, yes. There are certain circumstances where it would be more by the job, but it just depends on the work.
You always go look at the job before you show up, or what?
No, I didn't see this one before I came.
You probably worked for this contractor before, huh?
No.
No?
I don't think that they can find anyone local to do curbing. I'm
Right.
not sure if you guys have anyone local that does curbing here.
Well, we do now.
Yeah, there you go.
Where you out of?
Sebring.
Sebring, okay.
That's where he's from.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
The contractor.
Yeah, she said that. I think she said she was in Lake Placid, right? Or Sebring or Lake Placid, one of the two.
Yeah, I think
So you move the curb a little bit, okay.
Yeah, you can give it a little jog if you have to.
What do you call this machine here?
That's just curb machine is all I know.
Curb machine?
Yeah. That's
This is Brian, he's the owner of the company, and how do you usually charge for something like this?
for our typical jobs, we charge by the foot. Something like this is $7 a foot. Color with smooth. We have two different mold options for color with smooth, and then we have $8 a foot, which would be your color, your pattern, and then we have a natural stone style, looks like individual rocks, real rocks, and that is $13 a foot, and we do have a $7. When you get on there, he only charges $7. I promise you. Everywhere else in Florida, the minimum is about $12 a foot.
I believe you.
Yeah. I just gotta stay competitive local, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're just using a little trowel
Yeah.
and cutting it. Because it's all sand, there's no rocks in it or anything.
No hard aggregate.
Yep. See, that's the new school way, it's aggregate. The old school way was gravel.
There you go.
Then you used to call it pea gravel. or range. And then when you call up a concrete company, it wasn't 4,000 or 3,000. It was a 1-2-3 mix or a 1-2-2 mix.
Yeah.
That's 1 Portland, 2 sand, and 3 rock.
This is a 1 Portland, 4 sand.
1 Portland, 4 sand.
Yeah, 1 Portland, 4 sand.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
natural stone.
That's a natural
Yeah,
stone.
it's got like stone texture and stone color.
And then you got a brick one up here. Huh?
Yeah, those are just some of our regular patterns.
See, that's a brick pattern
We
right
did
there.
that one Monday and
Yeah.
turkeys walked through it.
So I want to thank Brian for letting me film that. I thought that was pretty neat. He got that machine from up north, and that's pretty popular down here in Florida. You see a lot of that. And if I was going to do that kind of work up in Pennsylvania, I would lay gravel down first. But this isn't Pennsylvania. Everything's sand around here. You can lay it right on top of the sand and you're not going to have trouble. But up in Pennsylvania, I'd put like 5 inches of gravel, put a piece of rebar across or duro wall, and if I was going to lay brick, it'd be on top of that, you know, for just like a little garden curb. But down here, Florida's different. Remember, I always told you, what works in Florida doesn't work in Pennsylvania. What works in Pennsylvania doesn't work in Alaska. And what works in Alaska does not work in Southern California. So I'm going to ask you some questions here. Why do you not see a lot of that up in the northern states? Number one, is it the snow plows? Number two, is it the frost, ice, or freezing weather? Or number three, 4 parts sand to 1 part Portland is too weak for up there? So the answer is all 3 of them. If we have a snow plow that comes through there plowing snow, they're always hitting the curbs. And our curbs are like 16 inches down underneath the ground before the 4 to 6 inches stick up. So snow plow does a lot of damage to something like that. Number two, the frost, ice, and freezing. If you lay it down, you don't put the gravel like I told you, it's going to freeze. And sometimes you see our roads just buckle up in big pieces from the water underneath it. That's another thing. And 4 parts sand to 1 Portland is great for down here because it actually gives it a little bit of expansion qualities. But up there, it wouldn't hold up to our weather. So the answer is they don't put them up north because of the snow plows, the frost, and that kind of Portland thing. So I want to thank Brian again. He did a really nice job. Gave us some good examples and explained a lot to us. I'm Mike Haduck. I'll see you next video.